Now, I warned you about me doing voices during the cutscenes. We're throwing all that to the wind right now. I've never seen the. Oh, whoa! What's happening here? There's a lot of stuff happening here. Okay, wow, that is. I did not expect that. That's awesome. An operation to exterminate the hideout of an underground syndicate by the task force. The enemies, who were disoriented by Noah, Emily, Kurenai, and Fuma's ambush, were killed one by one. The syndicate members did fight back, but the difference in power between them and the Taimanins was too obvious, and when Fuma thought they could end this operation without any casualties. Should I talk over that part? I don't know. With a rumbling of the earth, a gigantic shadow appeared on the battlefield. It was a giant mechanized golem. It seems they had prepared this for the final moment. Emily and Kurenai were also shocked upon seeing this unexpected enemy. Only Noah looked interested, looking up at it and going, "Huge." There was nothing about this massive thing in the intel. Fuma complained, but one thing was clear. They needed to eliminate the enemy before their eyes. No matter how big it is, there's got to be a way to defeat it. All of you, attack it at once. In the meantime, I'll figure out a way to take it down. I don't like that at all. That voice is terrible. The three of them nodded at the words and jumped from the ground simultaneously. Wow, this is more intense than I expected it to be. Away from where the task force was fighting. Maika, who was asked to support the task force, was on standby. She scanned the battlefield, seemingly uninterested, but she never took her eyes off of it. The clouds of dust, noise, the movement of the three, and how orchestrated their moves were. The commander is, well, with great members like them, she murmured to herself. At that moment, the radio broke the silence. Maika, you there? Yep, loud and clear. Maika already knew what was going on, since she had been watching the battlefield. However, she replied cold-heartedly, unlike the sharp voice over the radio. A giant golem that's at least 20 meters high has appeared. Its moves are simple, but our attacks don't have any effect on him. I think it's because it's been mechanically enhanced. Copy that. I can see it from here. She remained calm, with no care for how desperate the voice on the radio was. Anyway, come and help us. Your fire art may be able to stop it. We can take it down with your scorching fire. All right. Although she sounded reluctant, she unfolded her arms and lowered her body, readying herself to move. Let it come toward me. I'll turn it into fireworks. No, all right, as you wish. Right after the happy voice, the tide of battle changed. The Taimanins? What? The four Taimanins were running toward Maika, and the golem was with. Fuck. We redo that. The four Taimanins were running toward Maika, and the golem was unexpectedly fast compared to its size, was chasing after them. My god! Now that I see it coming closer, it's huge! Maika! That was pretty cut and dry. Maika cuts in between Fuma at the rear and the golem following behind. It's time to show it who's boss. Eat this! She puts Maido Bazooka, her favorite weapon, on her shoulder. That's also pretty self-explanatory. The golem roars in front of Maika, who blocks its way. Its huge fist comes straight down at her. Ha! Too slow! Maika easily jumps over the golem's arm. You can't even touch a single strand of my hair with moves that slow. Get wrecked! She curses while she's airborne. The Maido Bazooka's aim was already locked onto the golem. However, the golem doesn't even show a hint of interest. Before we continue, that's an awesome image. Maika raises her eyebrows at the golem, acting like she's a mere obstacle and only caring about Fuma's group of 4. Huh? Don't you dare ignore me, you prick! A bright red ball of flame shot out of the Maido Bazooka. And not just once. You want a piece of me, huh? Well, get a taste of this! The bursts of scorching flames explode as they hit the golem. They were blows filled with the rage of Maika, the scorching fire. The golem turns its large face to Maika and swings its fist at her, who was still in the air. I said too slow! Despite not being able to move, she shoots at it with her Maido Bazooka. Thanks to its recoil, Maika easily avoids the fists coming at her in the air. My turn, you dumbass! Maika runs in the air freely since the recoil of the Maido Bazooka lets her jump from the walls of buildings nearby. I wish she could do that. The golem throws its huge fists to grab her, but they can't even reach her. Rather, the more it swings its fists, the more flames hit its body. That's an angry golem. I don't even need to aim this, but I don't like how things are going on here. The power of the golem doesn't seem to fade. I know that if I rapid fire, it'll be less powerful per shot, but this should still be powerful enough. But why doesn't this guy die already? Her words were calm, but she gritted her teeth and tightened her grip on the Maido Bazooka. I can't end this fight if I've seen... Oh no, I fucked up. I can't end this fight if I'm seen as weak. As soon as she shouted, flames hit the golem right in the face. However, it didn't seem to work either, as the golem continued throwing its fists as fiercely as before. Damn you! I'll turn you into scrap metal! Leering at the golem with rage, Maika continues her onslaught. A huge one like you always has a weakness. Ha! Where is it? Here or here? She jumps around and fires from all angles. The blast of each bullet is small and controlled, but that's how it's easier to find the golem's weak spots. Oh, it seemed to have worked. I knew those trashy mechanical parts were your weakness. Maika grinned at the golem's reaction, which was absolutely different from before. You seem nervous, huh? It's too late. She fires flames precisely at the golem's machine parts. It works brilliantly, unlike before. Maika, who felt the excitement of the fight, laughed aggressively. The golem throws fists everywhere, roaring in pain. Oh, now it's everything goes, eh? Then I'd better take you down before you smash everything. Maika held the Mado bazooka firmly again upon seeing the golem's arm smashing a building wall. Well, now that I know your weak spots, I'll lay you down to rest with my grenade. What happened to this voice? She concentrates her power on the Mado bazooka, evading the golem's attacks. The huge barrel vibrates and red flames can be seen from its muzzle. Steady, steady. I have to use all my power to take it down in one blow. Suppressing the power of the fireball that was about to explode, she coldly calculates the golem's movement and aims. The moment she couldn't suppress the power any longer, she shot her eyes open. Power charged! 120%! Take this, you giant trash! Grenade! Oh, that's awesome image. That's badass. The giant flame from the Mado bazooka easily penetrated the golem's body. The flame, which penetrated the golem, diagonally hit ground with a loud explosion. It hit the soil, leaving so much debris behind it looked as if a missile had struck there. Ha! That was an easy target! The golem breaks down before Maika's eyes, who is smiling proudly. Although its entire body, including the mechanized parts, was charred, it was still on fire. The power that the weapon just showed was the prime reason why people are afraid of Maika, calling her the Scorching Fire. Ah, shooting with rage always makes me feel so refreshed, I added so. Oi! It's done! Maika wiped her sweat and spoke to the comms brightly. However, there was no answer. Oh. Oi! Are you there? It's done! Static sound. Huh? Static sound. Hey! You're hurting my ears! Maika put her hands over her ears because of the loud noise from the comms. However, Maika, who shouted while frowning, heard an even louder noise. She couldn't hear what was going on exactly, but she could sense from the noise that not only Fuma, but also Emily and Kurenai were very upset. Ah, shut up! What are you so angry for? And take turns speaking! Maika shouted like her usual foul-mouthed self, but the voices over the comms didn't get lower. On the contrary, their loud voices seemed to be telling her that they were angry about the way she took down the golem.
はあ、あんな硬いデカブツを丁寧に倒せってか。そんなことできるわけねえだろ。
Huh? You expected me not to go hard when taking down that huge, sturdy thing? Do you hear yourselves? Maika argues that she has taken down the golem in a way she thinks is best. However, the flame and the heat storm reached all the way to where Fuma's group was since her final blow was too strong. They complained that they could have gotten injured as well, since the blast hit them the moment they were about to jump into the battle. Moreover, they seemed to be having a hard time extinguishing the fire that hadn't gone out yet.
お前らじゃ倒せないって言われたから俺がやってやったんだ。感謝されるならともかく文句言われる筋合いはねえよ。
I took it down for you since you guys said you couldn't. I would rather appreciate your gratitude, not all these complaints. The voices over the comms get even louder upon hearing her aggressive tone. But Maika wasn't intending to listen to their nagging.
とにかく俺は言われた通りにデカブツをぶっ倒して任務完了だ。後始末やらなんかは任せた。俺は帰る。
Anyway, I took down the big guy as you asked. Mission accomplished. Period. The rest is up to you. Bye. Maika finished talking without hearing their reply and turned off the comms. The comms, which had been so loud, became silent.
ああ、疲れた疲れた。ゆっくりと熱い風呂にでも入りてえな。
Ah, that was exhausting. I need a hot bath. Maika looks around, yawning. Maika grinned upon seeing the terrain that her mighty ninja art devastated.
終わった戦場に長いは無用だ。さっさと帰っか。
Ugh. Well, no reason to stay behind after I finish battle. Let's go back right away. Maika shook her head a little and started walking.
ま、久しぶりに本気でやれたぜ。
Well, it's been a while since I fought so hard like this. She talked at the debris of the enemy still smoldering behind her, but didn't look back. And there you go. I was going for a kanji type vibe, but female. I don't know if you got that. You probably didn't, because, hey, you know what? I'm not a female. What can I do? What a story. See you next time.